guys? How you doing? Today I will do a Chelsea 2020-2021 squad. I'll choose what tier they should go. Let's say if I want to keep them, if I want to loan them out, if I want to release them, put them just for the squad or just for the starting 11. So yeah, let's go. For the first player is Bakayoko. Man, Bakayoko. You know there is only one option here, and it's sell. I think when he came to Chelsea, I thought he's a decent player. He had like one or two good games, decent games, and then he just started playing horrible. He couldn't like make a single pass, man. Like every game was a pain to watch him roll, like a pain. And then I think Monaco had has an option to buy, or I don't know if it's an obligation or just a normal option, but I think we should sell him, and he's not good enough for Chelsea. Next up, we have Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I think Callum, I want to put him in the starting 11, but I think with Ziyech joining Chelsea and Pulisic coming to fitness, I think he's not going to be ready still to play main 11. He's good enough to play. However, I think he needs like one more season to gain experience, recover from his injury, just go back to his original levels. And I think the season after that, I think he's gonna compete for the starting 11. Next up, we got Baba Rahman, a guy we signed in 2015-16 in that horrible, shocking season. And I think Baba Rahman, we have to sell him again. I want to put a release, but I think selling is the right option. I think we can get like 10 to 15 mil for him. And yeah. Next up, we got Jorginho. Obviously, I want to put him somewhere in between, but I think if we get the right offer for him, let's say 50-60 million from Juventus, because Sarri needs him, because Pjanic can't do the same role. And I think if we get him if we get an offer for him, we should just sell him. 50-60 million is good for him. So I will put him for sell, and I think it's a good option. Obviously, we already signed Ziyech, and I think he's going to start for us, so I'm going to put him in starting 11. Next up, we got Luis Baker, another unlucky player, a player like Loftus-Cheek who struggled with a lot of injuries. And I think it's time to sell him, and yeah, I'm going to put him on sell. Another player, we got Kennedy, and Kennedy, he had good talents when he started, and I don't think he's going to be a world-class winger, but I think he can definitely play as a left wing back. And I don't think we really Chelsea doesn't play with that system anymore, so I think I want to just put him on sell. Next up, we got Tammy, and he should be in starting 11, obviously, no question about it. He's the top scorer for Chelsea, and I really can't say anything about him. He's just really good player and big future. Next up, we got Willian. I think he's gonna be out of contract, so he's probably gonna go, and we're not gonna renew his contract, so it is what it is. I'm gonna put him in sell because he's already gone technically. Next up, we got Fick, man like Fick. And Fick, I think we should keep him for the squad. He's good enough definitely to be in the squad, and yeah. Next up, we got Cummings. I don't know. Obviously, he's a decent keeper for the second or third choice, but I think with Kepa being for the first choice, and we're probably going to buy another keeper to compete with Kepa, I don't think he's going to have spots to compete for the first team, and I think we should loan him out. Next up, we got Giroud, and I don't know should I put Giroud in the squad or sell. I think with maybe Moussa Dembele coming from Lyon, and I think we might get Mertens for like a season, and Pulisic cannot play up front too. I don't think we're gonna really have problems with there. Maybe Broja can play there too. We got Abraham, and I think we should sell him. Next up, we got Reece James, the beast himself, and yep, he goes to starting 11. Next up, we got Kepa. Obviously, he had a shocking season this season. He improved the last two games, but I don't think he's still ready for the starting 11, so I'm going to put him in the squad to compete with another guy if we get someone else. Next up, we got man like Aspie, the Dave. and I'm gonna put him in squad. I don't think he's getting to that age, and I think Reece James is gonna replace him. And yeah, I think he's definitely good enough for squad. He can provide experience. He can cover multiple positions: left back, center back, right back. And yeah, next up we got Alonso, and if we played a three at the back system, I would say keep him, but we don't play three at the back anymore, and with Conte interested, I think we're gonna see Alonso go. Next up we got Guehi. Obviously he played like one game for us this season in the League Cup against Grimsby Town, I think. But he was really good next to Zoma. I think we should loan him out. He's a really good player. I think he plays in Swansea this season. And yeah. Next up we got Broja, and honestly I will keep him. He's a decent player. He's young, he still can learn. I will put him in squad. He's probably gonna play in the development squad, but I think he's definitely good enough to be a third striker for the club, you know. Till he gains experience and just maybe eventually play for the first team. Next up we got Christensen, and I don't know, should I put him in the starting 11? Obviously for me, I'm gonna put him squad for now, because even though he improved this season, but I think he needs like another year to show me like what he can do if he actually can develop to the talent that we expect him. Next up we got N'Golo Kante. Even though people are saying sell him, bro. Have you watched Chelsea playing without Conte? When he plays, we can compete with Liverpool and Man City. When he doesn't play, nope. Next up, we got Tony Rudiger. Obviously, recently we had the news that Bayern and Dortmund are interested. And I think we are trying to renew his contract. I think with renewing his contract, it might mean that we're going to sell him for a higher price to those German clubs. And I think for me, we should sell him. It's a good time to cash him out. I think we were expecting a little bit more from him, but this season he hasn't hit the levels from the last season, and I think we should sell him. And he's slightly overrated from Chelsea fans. And yeah, next up we got Pedro, and I think Pedro has like another year to give for Chelsea, but I think he should leave like William too. Next up we got Emerson. Emerson. Obviously Juventus, the Italian clubs are interested, Napoli, Inter Milan, but I think we should keep Emerson for another season. Just give him another time, because this season, obviously, the first few games he was like one of the best left backs in Europe. But after that, after his injury, he just dropped off and he was like nowhere to be seen. But I'm gonna keep him for the squad for now. Maybe give him another 6 months till January of the next year, and evaluate what's his position. You know, if he's gonna leave or if he's gonna stay. You know. Next up, we got Piazon, and the last time I saw him play for Chelsea was in the 2012-13 season. And we had kind of big hopes for him, because he came with the top young guys, you know, in that season after the Champions League win, like the likes of Hazard, Oscar, those kind of guys. But I think we should sell him. Next up, we got Willy Caballero, and I don't think, I think he's a decent third keeper choice, but I don't know if he's gonna stay, but for now I'm gonna put him in the squad. Next up we got... Wait, who's this guy? Man, oh man, I don't even know who this guy is, I forgot. I don't even remember who this guy is, bro. My bad, bro, my apologies. But his face is so familiar, but I don't know. No disrespect, bro, like I don't know you. My bad, but I think I'm gonna put you in loan. My bad. Next up, we got Victor Moses. Actually, wait, I know who he is. I think he's Juan Castillo, I just remember. And I think he's already on loan in Ajax, my bad. And I think he should stay in Ajax. Ajax is a really good place for him to develop. And he's from Holland, so I think, yeah, it's his native home country, and we should give him a season or two just for him to develop, you know. Next up, we got the Victor Moses, and I think we should sell him. he's basically gone. That's why we should release, man. Bro, in the beginning of the season, that game against Ajax, I was like, okay, we got a decent second striker, you can compete with Tammy. But after that, bro, he was shocking, man. This guy cannot do anything except being in the box, and he doesn't even finish his dinner. So we should release him, bro. For the banter, we should release him. Next up, we got man like Ampadu, and Ampadu, I think, for his age, I think he needs a bit more game time, and I don't think he's gonna get it in Chelsea for at least next season, because we are kind of, maybe with the sell of Rudiger, I don't know. I'm gonna put him for loan for now, but I know he's really talented. Next up we got Tino Angerin, and I think I'm gonna put him in loan too. Yeah, he made his debut this season against Everton, but I think he needs a bit game time like Mason Mount, like Tammy. They went to Championship and they developed and they come back to Premier League and they really perform. So I think Angerin should do the same thing. Next up we got Marco Van Ginkel. Marco. Bro, the guy is so unlucky. Like, when he was one of the best players in the Eredivisie, he came to Chelsea with high hopes. He was young, but these stupid injuries just ruined his career. And I think he's still in Chelsea, but I think it's time for us to say bye to him and just sell him. Next up, we got Pasalic, and I think we should sell him too, because obviously I think Atlanta, there are rumors that I think they're going to make his loan permanent. And he's been performing well for them. I saw his games in the Champions League and I think he's good. Yeah. Next up, we got Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and he's going to starting 11. He's one of our best players, and I think he has to play, Next up, we got Mateo Kovacic, and he's also in the starting 11. One of, I would argue, our player of the season. Maybe next to Tammy and probably Pulisic, maybe. And yeah, he deserves to be in the starting 11 for now. Next up, we got Ian Madsen, one of the young fullbacks we got in our club, and I think we should keep him in the squad. I think with Marcos Alonso leaving, and probably maybe Emerson might leave, I'll just put him in the squad. But I think, let's say he leaves, I think we have a really good young left back to play in that position, and we're probably gonna buy a Telles or a Tagliafico, and him backing up them, I think it's a really good choice. Next up, we got a man like Billy, and he has to be in the squad. Maybe in a few years' time, pushing this position, maybe when Kanta leaves. Yeah. Next up, we got Conor Gallagher, and I'm gonna loan him out, even though he's had like a decent 6 months in Charlton. He recently joined Swansea, and I think he played really well there. But I think he's gonna need another season till he develops, because this stupid virus ruined everything. I think he's gonna need another season to gain experience, like Mason, but like I said it earlier. And yeah, I'm gonna put him in the loan army. Next up, we got Danny Drinkwater. I'm just gonna put him in release. Shocking transfer, man. I don't know who decided to buy this guy, but he's horrible. £40 million for this guy, bro. Are you serious? I don't know, he's like 130k wage, bro. Like, it's ridiculous, man. We should release him right now. I don't know who's gonna pay his wages. Next up, we got Trevoh Chalobah, the younger brother of Nathaniel Chalobah, and I think we should loan him out to his. I think I signed like a preseason game last year. The game that Loftus-Cheek got injured against that charity game in America, and he was pretty decent. And he played in the preseason too, and he was real good. I think he has a good future. Next up, we got Zuma, and I'm gonna put him in the starting 11. And I think he's one of our underrated players. And I don't know, like, people constantly say he's like one of our worst defender. I don't understand that. And obviously, a few years ago, he had an amazing season. His tackling was ridiculous, and then after that injury, he was on and off. But I think, and now with another season, he's gonna go back to his old form, and we're gonna see the true Zuma. Next up, we got a man like Puli, and I'm gonna put him in the starting 11. Obviously, one of our main stars. And yeah, he has to be there. Next up, we got Mosonda. Oof. I have high hopes for this guy, bro, but I think he's one of those guys with like Lucas Piazon and Luis Baker. They really struggle with their injuries, and I think it's time to cut our ties off and just say goodbye to him, And yeah, next up we got Mason Mount, and I'm gonna put him in squad. Obviously, he's had a really decent first season for himself, and I think he deserves to win the squad. He's gonna be a really good squad option for us, you know. Next up we got Zappacosta, and I think we should sell him because he's trash. He's awful, and yeah, I don't know. You should just say bye bye Zappacosta, and yeah. And the last guy, Barkley. Whew. He played really good 2 games for us, the last 2 games, but I think you should sell him, you know. And we are obviously gonna make profits on him, and because you bought him for 15 mil. And I think we should sell him because I don't know, I don't think he's Chelsea level, you know.
It's time to go!
I think he's gonna be a replacement for Gylfi Sigurdsson. Everton should buy him back, or a team like West Ham, or I don't know, a team like that. They should buy him, or maybe because he's gonna go abroad, you know, like players like your Smallings and stuff. Your Sancho's, like the English lads who went outside. I think he should go to another league, and I think maybe Italian league, one of those like Smalling. I think he's gonna perform really good for that. Maybe he goes to Juventus and reunites with Maurizio Sarri. And yeah, this is the tier list. Obviously, we might sign a few more players, and currently they aren't in these photos. I would put them there, but let's say if we bought players like, I don't know, like your Sancho's, he's probably gonna go to the starting XI. Or your Musa Dembélé, I would put him in the squad options to compete with Tammy. We're probably gonna get another goalkeeper, like someone like Onana, or maybe, I don't know, Donnarumma, and I think they're gonna compete with Kepa for the main spot. Yeah, maybe like another fullback, I would say, like next to Telles. I think if we buy Telles or Tagliafico, they're gonna go to the starting 11. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching.